Hi everybody, the boys are back in action as they host the Edmonton Oilers tonight. Connor McDavid's in town. Coming up. All right, so the Sabres have the Oilers. And I might say probably the hottest team in the league since they made a coaching change. I think that's fair to say. My goodness, this team is rolling, believe it or not. I know they're only 6-3-1 their last 10, but since their bad start, they're 26-12. It could be a hotter team. I'm thinking of Florida right now. Could be a hotter team than that, but the Oilers, folks, are playing good hockey. They are going to make the playoffs. They're in second place in the division. 11 points out of first with 4 games in hand. They're actually in the fight for first. They are 5 points up on Vegas now with 2 games in hand on them. I mean, my goodness, how things have changed in Vegas. Since Vegas's quick start, they are 22, 23, and 6. Vegas is playing under 500 the last 50-something games. So that's what can happen in this day and age in the NHL. You have your time and then boom. I think Vegas is done this year. I'll say it ahead of time. I don't think they're winning the Stanley Cup. I think they've lost all momentum. I don't think Jack will alter this team like a stone would. I just don't think so. But the Sabres coming into this game now, as we know, have been losing as of late. They're 5-4-1 their last 10. We're 0-2-1 our last 3, right? So the Sabres are 29-30-5. Goals for and against is a -7. The Oilers, in their goals for and against, is a +39. Oilers are rolling. They're not going to be easy to beat. And I think we'll put in UPL and we'll throw the dice, guys. We'll throw the dice down the stretch and see what happens. Can the Sabres run off an 8-game winning streak all of a sudden and make us think, my goodness, they might get in? Probably not, but we can't give up. We just can't give up. I won't give up. Not until I look at these numbers and say, it's not happening. I don't like to give up. I just don't like to give up. I was like that in Taekwondo. I was like that in hockey. I don't like to do it, you know? I was too competitive in my life. So I'm not a quitter. I won't give up. I want to see what happens. I want to see if the boys get on a run because I know how sports can be. Most people that give up haven't played competitive sports, and if they did, you didn't want them on your team. Okay, you didn't want them on your team because they would give up. And you just never give up in hockey. It's instinctive. As soon as your skates hit the ice and you smell the ice, you're thinking of winning. You're not even concerned what the season's numbers are. You're not thinking about this. I'm glad the boys have a new look to them. I'm glad they got younger. Let me check that right now. I mentioned this in the last video. I want to check if they've adjusted. Otherwise, I'll have to do my own numbers on this, which is going to take way too much time. And the truth is, I don't want to. It takes way too much time to give you guys 5 seconds of information. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it looks like they haven't. Come on. Man, some of these websites are so slow at adjusting. Yeah, they still got Okposo and Johnson on our roster. My God, wake up. Incredible. You know? So Johnson leaves town. He 3 goals, no assists, 3 points, a -5. Okposo leaves town. Might as well read this out to you. Where are you? I just got to check for the big ages. There you are. 12 goals, 10 assists, 22 points. My goodness. You know, I don't get why the Sabres gave Okposo the money they did before. That's bad general managing, okay? What Adams did at the beginning of the season. That was bad. It was very bad general managing because you're ass-kissing to a guy that never brought nothing to your franchise, and he's still doing it. Adams is rubbing me the wrong way lately, folks, and I'm an advocate for him, but lately he's rubbing me the wrong way because he's butt-kissing to the wrong guys. Like, I never liked the fact that Okposo stayed good friends with Jack Eichel. That bugged me. God. So we had to get rid of him, in my opinion. I never liked that. Like, what do you don't make it public if you're doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, $2.5 million for what? I tell you, some of these guys get paid money because they had one good career year on Long Island, and he made all this money after. Like, we're talking like $44 million. What he brought. Like, I don't want to get into this. Let me get back to the game. The Sabres better be ready for the Oilers, because the Oilers won't shy away from playing physical in this game. They've had good goaltending. Now, I don't know if Skinner's going to be in nets for this one. I haven't checked. But if Skinner's in nets, look out. This guy is all of a sudden caught in fire. This is why he was one of the guys up for Rookie of the Year last year, wasn't he? If I'm correct. So Skinner is playing better in nets this year than the way he started. Getting the coaching change, Knobloch. Making that coaching change has really, really worked out for Edmonton. I know a lot of their fans were complaining, and they didn't want to do a coaching change, but I think many of them are happy now because this team is completely turned around. I think that's what would have turned our season around, guys. I really do. And again, that's weak general managing, I believe, by Adams. But that's just my opinion, okay? That's all it is. It's just my opinion. Some of you might love Donnie Granato. I like him. Don't get me wrong. I like him. I just don't think he's cut out to bring us any further. And sometimes that just is what it is in the league. And I don't believe Granato will get this team over 500 this year. I think they're going to finish like 82 points. I'll keep saying it. It just feels that way. Like they just can't seem to get it going no matter what. If they lose today, we're 2 games under again, less games on the schedule. It's pretty much done. We know it's pretty much done right now, but let's not throw in the towel just in case the in case syndrome happens and that they win 8 in a row or something. Something could happen. Detroit's losing right now like crazy, which is good. They're nosediving right now. And the Sabres right now behind them, we could catch them, you know. Because if any team could collapse, the Red Wings is one of them. And I also believe that Tampa Bay will not play better than 500 the rest of the year. I really don't think they will. Yeah, Detroit and Tampa have the 2 wild cards. See? Both of them 72 points. The Sabres are 69. We're 9 points out. And there's 18 games left. There's 36 possible points. We're 9 out. We got to catch 25% of the points on them in the next 18 games. Weirder things have happened in sports, but I'm not banking on it. We'll just see what happens. So look, we'll see what happens in this game. Win or lose, I'm not panicking. I'm still kind of replaying in my head what we did in the deadline. I would have liked to have done more, but at the same time, I'm happy some of these faces are gone and we'll bring some new ones in. I'm not so off with Johnson going to play for the Amerks. It's okay. Like I prefer some of our young guys go down there and be part of a potential championship if they got in and do something. And they have that playoff experience of last year, so they could feed off of that going into the playoffs this year. We'll see. We'll just see, guys. We'll see what happens. But as for the Sabres, I get it. A lot of fans are frustrated. Okay, I get it. But what can we do? What will it accomplish by us being angry? It's not going to accomplish anything. It's not going to change the team. It's not going to do anything constructive. So we'll just have to come up with our own ideas who we could go after and stuff. You know? I think a lot of us would be more happy if they went and just changed up all of management, right? I think, honestly, a lot of Sabres fans would feel good about it if we got rid of Granato and Adams right now and changed them out. Because I'm going to be on the get rid of Granato thing if he re-signs guys like Gergensen's and brings them back. No, I've had enough of being the nice guy organization. It's enough, okay? We got back on our feet. We started being competitive. We're competitive right now. As much as people People say we're not. Well, you forget them when we were 30 games under 500. You forgot those years. We're a competitive team, but we're a young team. This is why there's struggles this year. It's not because we don't have the right players. It's because we don't have the right nucleus of veterans. I've been saying that for years, to get rid of some of these guys that we had on this team. And Gergensen and Okposo were two of them. Olofsson's another. I've been complaining about Bryson for years. Go back and check my videos, guys. Go back, check years ago what I said about these guys when all of you were saying, not all of you, but some of you were saying, no, we got to keep Olofsson. No, we don't. He's useless. I've been saying it for years. This is the year I knew I was right about. I knew I was right about this guy. I knew I was right 2 years ago. I knew I was right last year. That's some of you saying, oh, I'm happy Olofsson got 2 goals today. And why? Why are you happy for a guy that's taken us for $5 million on the cap that does nothing physically out there? Why are you happy for him? Like, who, are you a Sabres fan or an Olofsson fan? Can't have it both ways, is what I'm saying. So right now, I think the Sabres, this offseason, better let these guys walk and bring in some new blood. I don't care if they're worse players. They'll be different, at least. I'm sick of the same old names that do nothing year after year after year. Get rid of them. All right, I don't want to rant. I'm getting in a pissed off mood when I still think of some of the guys on this team. So I'm leaving it there. See you in the postgame.